This is Eagle Owl, and today I'll be talking about CJ Gardner Johnson. He went off on Micah Parsons. Also, we gotta talk about Big Ticket, aka Mekhi Becton, signed with the Philadelphia Eagles. And lastly, Gabe Hall, undrafted free agent. I mean, he's a hidden gem. But let's get straight into it. All right, so let's get straight into it. Let's talk about CJ Gardner Johnson, man. I had to put the hoodie on for this part because CJ was on some different timing. So to give a little breakdown on why he went off on Micah Parsons. So I seen this picture about John Clark. He's like, yo, CJ and Micah was going at it. And you see this picture of CJ Gardner Johnson's face. He looked like he's upset. So we know how CJ talked. We know how Micah talked. No audio came out of what was said. But again, we hearing that they went back and forth. I would pay top dollar to hear that audio of them going back and forth. Because again, we know Micah's mouth and we know CJ's mouth. They probably was going crazy on each other. Pause. Again, I will pay top dollar to see that. But again, to give the background, John Clark put that out. Then I seen some tweets. From CJ Gardner Johnson, like belt to that A when I see you. And he also said something in the matter of clout is one hell of a drug, meaning he's calling Micah Parsons a clout chaser. And he went on Instagram Live. I got the notification, and guess who was there? Eagle Owl. And this is what I got from the CJ Gardner Johnson and Micah Parsons thing. So I'm gonna play this clip for you guys.
Orlando Magic got a favorite team when they start winning. Nah, bro, we don't do that. If you from Orlando, you know that. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? Man, I'm gonna go home, hop on the RP, man. Now I want somebody to put me on their podcast. Ah, shut that bitch down. Pay me before you talk about me. Before you mention my name, pay me. What you mean you care about Don Staley? What you mean? Don Staley National Championship, boy. Legend. God did. Come on, man. You know, hey, I'm my mama. I could text Mike Goins and all them. I said, hey, matter of fact, give me my ovation I need. We don't care about no Eagles and no Texans. I mean, no Cowboys, no Texans, what? And I stood up. They lucky I ain't bring Gilly with me, because then they going to show them who really with the people. You feel me? You lucky I ain't bring Wallow with me. You lucky I ain't bring Meat with me. You lucky I ain't bring the Uzi with me. I can bring the people that y'all want. You feel me? Come on. Yeah, I'm excited to put the new DBs, man. And I got a text message from one of my people and confirmed it. You feel me? So I ain't ranting. I just I hate people who look for clout, bro. Clout is a hell of a drug. That's my tweet. Clout is a hell of a drug. Is a hell of a drug, bro. Like, man. Boy, looking at my chain while I'm down there. Boy, I got my brothers on my neck sitting courtside, boy. I got my brothers on my neck, boy. We all sitting courtside, boy. Quit playing with me, bro. Get you out. Yeah.
That's what we was missing in Philadelphia. That energy. We need that dark energy. We need that. We're not going to let people talk junk about us and then, try to, we ain't with that. Because last year, that 49ers game, man, that 49ers game pissed me off. Debo been attacking James Bradbury, rightfully so, all year, all off season. And we went into that game soft. Like, we were scared of them. And they played us. I mean, man, the 49ers whooped us. Probably even broke our spirit. I don't like the friendly stuff from time to time. I mean, cool. You can be cool and cordial. But that super friendly junk, Debo wasn't on that type of time. Brandon Ayuk and those guys, when they came to Philadelphia, they wasn't on that type of time. We need a CJ Gardner Johnson in the locker room. We need him, and I'm happy he's back. And man, the Cowboys and Eagles is going to be fun to watch because they're going to run into each other again. It's going to show on the field. These players, I'm telling you, man, they sensitive. Micah seen what CJ Gardner Johnson said. Trust me, he's seen it. And it's going to be fun when they play each other this up and coming season, man. So I can't wait to see it. CJ, keep doing you, bro. We needed this back in Philadelphia. Telling you, man, you was meant to be an Eagle, bro. You was meant to be an Eagle. But let's talk about a guy that was possibly meant to be an Eagle back in 2020. Mekhi Becton, aka Big Ticket. First round pick with the Jets in 2020. He was hurt a lot. I mean, he never really lived up to the potential there. Granted, the quarterbacks were Zach Wilson and others. You had Aaron Rodgers for a piece of a quarter. And he allowed a couple sacks or a lot of sacks, I believe about 12. According to Eliot Shore Parts, his PFF grade wasn't that great, but he showed flashes. He definitely showed flashes. He was the guy. Remember when Derek Barnett, and this pissed me off, when he pushed Derek Barnett down and he was pointing at him laughing? That was him. He had some really good tape against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Remember, Tampa Bay Buccaneers got a good D line, and he had some really good tape. But the injuries and I guess the system, I'm not sure what it was. He just never lived up to the potential. But you sign him 1 year, 5.5 million. To me, that's a lot of money. I wonder what the guarantees are or the non-guarantees. I'm pretty sure the guarantees are probably a little low. You don't get an offensive tackle in the draft. I'm pretty sure we get undrafted free agents as offensive tackles, but you sign a decent one that could play right tackle and left tackle. Not mad at that, especially with us needing depth at that position. And Big Ticket, man. Welcome to Philadelphia. If one of our guys go down, I do believe he can play at a high level. But pair him up with Jeff Stoutland, going to Jeff Stoutland University, he's going to clean that up. Stoutland's going to clean that up and let him play to the potential he should have been playing with in New York. But again, congratulations, man. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see you. All right, so let's get into the last topic. Gabe Hall, but I'm gonna go over the undrafted free agents, just the ones we signed so far. I know as I make this video, we probably signing more, probably getting more guys. Actually, before I get into the undrafted free agents, we did sign somebody or invite somebody to a workout who I thought was really interesting. Was John Ross. He was like a bit fan favorite at one point because that 4.2 that he ran in the draft. He ended up going to the Bengals, never lived up to the hype. The speed, football is a technical sport. So you can have speed, and speed does kill. But if you really don't know how to use it, it could just be a waste. You should have just been a track star. And injuries plagued him as well. So Eagles are inviting him to like a tryout, I guess, with the rookies to see what he can do. And to me, the mindset the Eagles are going with is that they want that Quez speed, I believe, back in the slot to open up the field with Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. Because say what you want about Quez, that's why Quez was such a disappointment. He had the speed to get open, but he had the butterfingers. He had the case of the butterfingers. But if Quez was able to live up to that speed, getting open, and when his number called, answer, he would have been still in Philadelphia, but he just couldn't do it. And I think the Eagles want that same thing, so it could open up for Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. So I'm not mad at it that they called up John Ross, but I'm not sure how he made the roster. Can he make it over like Devontae Parker? Yeah, he can. But the other guys like Johnny Wilson, we just signed him. No, he's a rookie. Who else? Can he make it over Paris Campbell? No. Britton Covey? No. No. Anaya Smith? No. But can he be a practice squad guy? Possibly. So I'm not mad at that at all. But John Ross is an interesting name, Again, that 4.2 speed. Just didn't live up to the hype. All right, so let's go over the undrafted free agent guys. All right, so we signed Kendall Milton, who I really like. I will go over him a little bit. Don't know much about the tight end, the Castles guy out of Tennessee. I'm gonna call him GA, this third guy, the offensive tackle out of Maryland. I'm gonna call him AD, the offensive tackle out of Howard. Gabe Hall, who I really like out of Baylor. And this Andre Sam guy is really good too out of LSU. Gabe Hall is an interesting guy because a lot of people projected him, especially the things he did at the Senior Bowl. People thought at least a day 3 pick, like he was going to at least go 6th, 7th round, but he ended up going undrafted. Eagles got him because, as you know, we didn't draft no defensive tackle. But this guy potential, man. I mean, he had close to 40 tackles through his career. Also, like 12 and a half sacks. I mean, the dude is a baller. It was even projected by, analysts at the Senior Bowl, like he might go early than expected, like day 2. His measurables, I mean, what, 6+ feet, almost 300 pounds. He can move. He got pass rush moves. I mean, he could bend. He can do it all. But for some reason, he didn't go, to a team. He didn't get drafted. So Howie was all over this. I mean, this guy could be molded and be somebody. The signing of him reminds me of everything I was saying about Eli Ricks last year. Like I knew, or I had a feeling Eli Ricks was going to make the team because remember, Eli Ricks was projected to go in the 1st round, but the 40 speed, and people say he was like trouble out the field. I don't know about that. Injuries, it's just stuff like that. But Eagles end up stealing him, and we seen Eli Ricks definitely has potential of being a really good corner in this league. And I feel the same way about Gabe Hall. Measurables are great. Pass rush moves are great. He can do a lot. And for some reason, again, he went undrafted. And I could see him making the team, especially you losing Fletcher Cox. We pretty much know Jordan Davis, Milton Williams, Jalen Carter. Those are lots. I like Marlon T a lot, but I wouldn't be surprised if Gabe Hall made this team because he can ball. He can flat out ball. And the running back I want to talk about, Kendall Milton. I like him. We do need a bruiser back. Over 6 feet, 200+ pounds. He liked contact for sure. Didn't run the fastest. And the reason why he went undrafted is because for some reason the Georgia Bulldogs really never featured him as much in the offense. They will use him here and there. I don't even think he has a game where he had more than 10 carries in one game. But he would sometimes break away and get touchdowns. He was a guy that would run you over. He was a guy that was hard to bring down. You definitely need that bruiser back, and he can be that guy. So those are 2 guys out of that, regime I really like. Again, I like the LSU safety. I don't know too much about him to go into detail, but I've seen a couple things here and there about him, especially with us being thin at safety. I'm not sure what we're going to do with Cooper DeJean. You got Sidney Brown, who's going to be out probably to October. Then, of course, CJ Gardner Johnson. Like, who do you really have back there? Like, he has a shot of making the team. So, he'll be a name I'll be watching as well. But, hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about the news today? CJ Gardner Johnson going off on Micah Parsons. That's very CJ Gardner Johnson-esque. The undrafted guys. How do we feel about the new signee, the offensive tackle? He got something to prove, but this is Eagle Al. I'm a